When do you make changes in your business? Hi y'all, thanks so much for joining me. In less than 15 minutes, I'll be sharing with you how you can determine when to make changes in your business. Like and share this video if you get value from it. I'm Dr. P. I'm a strategic business coach and I've been a school psychologist for about 10 years in K-12 schools here in the US. And I enjoy coaching, teaching, mentoring, consulting, and I'm also currently a part-time adjunct faculty for online graduate psychology program. So I really love what I do, and I like to share solutions that can help you move forward, get those actions so you can get those results that you want for your business. That's what I'm all about at Priscilla Kuser Consulting Solutions. So having a business, right, is not the same thing as having a successful business. Because let's be honest, if you're one of those people that you find working on your business to be so draining, to be so frustrating, to feel like a never-ending pit, a money pit, where you're not seeing that growth, you're not getting what you want, you're not getting those results. If you're not seeing those things, chances are you are missing the when of your business. You could also be missing some other aspects as well, but definitely you're missing the when part of your business. And the when is something that I cover in my free ebook that I'll be releasing later on today. So excited about it, because that when, you have to know when to make changes in your business. And knowing that can help you reduce the frustration that you could probably are feeling right now, that draining feeling, thinking that, oh my gosh, I will never get my business to where I want it to be. It really could be because you're missing out on that when. And that's really crucial in your business, because with the when, you have to know when to evaluate your progress towards your goals. I did a live a few weeks ago on the importance of goals versus resolutions. If you get a chance, you can go and check that out. And when we were talking about the when, if you also got a chance to check out all the other lives I did earlier this week, looking at the who of your business, the what of your business, the how of your business, those three things are really crucial to the when of your business. Because you have to know who you are targeting in your business. You have to know what you're selling in your business. You have to know how you want to achieve your vision, your mission, your plan for your business. And then when you take those things, plus some other things, you are going to have to determine your when of your business. So let me share a little something with you guys. Because like I said, my background has been in school psychology. And as a school psychologist, part of our role, we look at how students are doing, how they're doing in their academics, social, emotional, and in behavioral, right? So there is this aspect where we're looking at a tiered approach to supporting students. And we look at what all students are getting. Then you look at the ones who are struggling. And for those who are struggling, you look to see why they're struggling, right? And at first, when you look at it, you're looking at big picture. You might just be saying academics, or you're saying behavior, or you're saying social, or you're saying emotional. You're looking at those big pictures. But it's not the big pictures. Because remember, when you think about your how, and when you think about your what, and when you look at those things, it's like you have to look at the specifics. Because not all children might be struggling in the same academic area, right? So you're looking at math versus reading versus writing. So you have to get specific. Then you have to look at where exactly this child is. Where is this child supposed to be? How are we going to get the child from here to here? What is missing, right? And then when you do all of that, you end up identifying an intervention for the child to use, right? So you're going to implement this intervention with the child because you want them to improve. So when you identify that intervention, you implement it. Okay, great. That's lovely. You already implemented it. So how long are you going to implement it for? When are you going to make changes? When are you going to know it's working? So that's where it comes with the setting of goals. Because again, you heard me talk a lot about goals, and you have to set goals. So when it comes to setting goals, that's when you're going to be knowing when you're going to be making change. But in setting a goal, you still need some other aspects in there, because you still have to look at some of the things we talked about yesterday. When you have to look at some personnel, you got to look at training, you got to look at resources, materials, all those things when you're looking at setting your goal. Then you're looking at deadlines. Then you have to plan it out. So you have to be strategic in how you're doing it. You're also looking at you, yourself, your skills, your strengths, your weaknesses, and some other factors that you're looking in that I do mention in my ebook. So you're looking at all these things and you're bringing them together to help you to determine when you're going to make changes. Because then when you make that decision of when you're going to make that change, with all the information you have, and you're looking at your who, when you're looking at your what, when you're looking at your how, you're going to know when you're going to make the change and what that change is going to look like. Because the change is all about the actions you're going to be taking. Because you can't make changes without action. So when you're making that change, you're looking at the actions you already have in place and then what you're going to change it to. But in order to do the then change, you have to know when. You have to know how long you're going to be doing whatever it is you're going to be doing. So how long are you going to run that social media campaign? How long are you going to run that likes campaign? How long are you going to run that traffic ad? How long are you going to run that conversion ad? How long are you going to run the ad in your local newspaper if you're doing that? How long are you going to keep, sending emails to a certain target audience? How long are you going to be, how much time are you going to be spending doing those things? So you have to be factoring in those type of things when you're going to make a decision of when. And then when you look at the how long and you get to that when point, then what are you going to do next? So in order to know what you're going to do next, you have to be able to identify these things called metrics. So for every business, the metric could be different, because that metric is how you are going to be monitoring your progress towards your goals. And that's what you're going to be using. Because again, you can't be standing on the outside and just looking at what's happening on the outside and making decisions just based on what's happening on the outside. Because when you do that, there's huge likelihood that you're missing something crucial that's happening on the inside that could be helping you to make massive gains and massive growth. Because you're on the outside looking in, you make decisions based on just what's outside without looking inside, then you can make the wrong decision, because our decisions are only as good as based on what information we are using. So you got to make sure you're looking at all sources of information. I learned that being a school psychologist. You have to look at all sources of information and really find out where the problem is, so that when you identify a solution, you know what that solution is, and then how long you're going to run that solution for. Those things are really important, because you really have to know when. That when of your business is what's going to help keep you moving forward. And I do cover those things in this free ebook I'll be sharing with you guys. So if you want to learn more, you can send me a DM and I'll send it to you. Thank you so much for joining me. Today was really short, I know it. But remember, solutions plus actions equals results. Bye, y'all.